welcome back again to Born Expeditions. And yes, today I'm here to take you through the journey from Grunit to Lake Trukana. Just a recap on our journey. You remember that over the last few days, we just had mishaps over mishaps. And number one, right at Archer's Post, we had an accident. Yeah, and that kind of disarranged the entirety of our itinerary for the journey. And right at Grunit, something else happened. We lost our car keys. So 4 had gotten some engineers from Toyota Kenya at Lake Trukana Wind Power to come and just try and see if they could try and hotwire the car and start it. We faced a tough decision. Decision number one, get guys from Nairobi to come and make a copy of the key right at Ngurunit. We explored that, and honestly, the guys at Nairobi were giving some really high costs for that. Sometimes averaging between 100,000 to 200,000. That was just the cost. We tried some guy in Meru, but he was not available. He was not going to be available for the next 2 days. So the third option which we explored was getting the engineers at Lake Trukana Wind Power to come and help us to hotwire the car. They had given us some hope that the car could be hotwired. They tried to hotwire the car, but now the car did not start. Why did the car not start? So the Toyota Hilux, all the modern Toyota Hiluxes actually have an anti-theft device called the immobilizer. The immobilizer is just there to make sure that the car cannot start without its original key. We went back to the original discussion. Do we get guys from Nairobi, or do we send the components of the car, that is the immobilizer, the ignition, and the door lock, to Nairobi so that now we can make the key? Now, the second option definitely became an option to go with, because it was much cheaper to just remove the components, send them to Nairobi, get the car key made and sent back, so that then we proceed with our journey. Now, the next constant became that the fact that they did not have all the tools to remove the immobilizer. The immobilizer is located very deep inside the car dashboard. That means we would have to disassemble the front part of the car in full to get to the immobilizer. So the next decision then was definitely to tow the car all the way to their work station, that is at Lake Trukana Wind Power, where now they would remove all those components and send them to Nairobi for us to get a key. We have two options to get them to Nairobi. Number one is road, and the other way is by air. Now, the complicated thing about getting the car key to Nairobi by road is that there is actually no direct vehicle from Trukana all the way to Nairobi. That means we would have to connect a few vehicles, and that gives us, there's a risk that the key might get lost in that. Now, the option of the flight is the best option, but now here is the biggest problem. The fact that from where we are right now in Grunit, it is averagely 132 kilometers to Lake Trukana Wind Power, where now we have the workstation where the components can actually be removed. We have to make sure that we get to Lake Trukana Wind Power before night today. Question is, are we going to make it to Lake Trukana Wind Power in the remaining part of the day? Remember, the company car that is supposed to tow us cannot and should not travel past 6 p.m. Let's follow on the journey and see if we actually ever get to make it.
Finally, we might be leaving Grunit. Roger! On our way to Loiyangalani, a couple of breakdowns, but we are still going on strong. The rock keeps tearing apart because of the mountains, but we are heading home. So we hope to be there before 6 p.m. That's perfectly fine. Come to the life of vlogging.
We must make it.
We must make it. Huyu ndiye fundi wa gari. Hizi ni milima gani?
Ile ni Ndanyamara. Na ile nyingine mrefu ni Mount Nyiro.
Okay, nice. Na huko nyuma ndio kuna South Hall.
Hapo nyuma between those mountains.
Yeah, between those mountains hapo ndio South Hall.
Behind that side.
Okay.
Ita Tum.
Tum. Yeah, said Tum.
Tengeneza ile stima hizo ile.
Hydroelectric power.
Hapo nyuma.
Okay, sasa.
Na huku kuna stima mingi. Geothermal wind.
Hapo tunasikia mandege sijima hiyo bars. Na from Europe.
Hadi hapo tu.
Hapo
Na nini zileta hapo ni chakula.
Kuja kuzaa yani. Hapo ndo hasi place. Baada hiyo
Anarudi.
Kwa mechanic lift.
Okay.
It's not mechanic lift.
Here comes the passenger princesses. Huyu anakaa msafi, sijui amekuwa kwa gari gani. Huyu sijui ako kwa gari gani huyu.
Dust in a blending.
What? Hey. But here comes the real we. So Lake Turkana ni salty.
Lake Turkana ni salty water.
Okay. Oh yeah. Huko hakuna ndovu, hakuna nini?
Ndovu iko lakini usiku.
Au usiku.
Lakini swali ni huku hizi kichaka, kuna mtu ako na kichaka yake kweli?
Hakuna.
Huku kichaka ni kichaka
kama sasa hivi unaona wanaishi hapa. Yao tu hakuna kitu.
Hizo yote hadi huko.
Sasa hivi mpaka huko juu kuna tao nyingine kidogo huko. Baada hiyo unaenda shirika. Baada shirika na Barakwei. Baada Barakwei. Marti. Baada Marti.
Bwana waliwa kwa sisi.
Sasa hivi hapo sijui.
So huku si Baragoi.
Hapa si Baragoi.
Hapa panaitwa?
Hapa ni South.
South. Or so shengia South.
Rambo.
Hizi
One side
barabara
ni marsabit, one side ni Samburu.
Oh, kwa hii barabara.
Kwa hii barabara sasa hivi.
So hapa ni marsabit.
Hapo sasa ni marsabit.
Kwa Samburu. So nani anatengeneza barabara? Ni marsabit ama ni Samburu?
Marsabit. Hii ni marsabit.
We are still cruising slowly. Lots of hiccups along the way, but determined tutafika. We are roughly 21 kilometers from Sothor, where we are going to drop the car at MX. Our good friends, and then we head over with the other car to Loiyangalani, Lake Turkana, where you are going to camp. My heart will be full tukifika hapo, and then we can tunaweza tengenezea gari kutoka hapo. Okay, we are pulling forward. Okay, the next one is deep. The next lager is deep. After this lager, hakuna ingine. Slow down, slow down.
Anzeni kuvuta pole pole. Okay. Now you have to go.
Ni moja. Kama. Again about the moja.
Okay. Okay. Hapo twende. Okay, good. Let's go.
There will be another sharp corner to your right.
Content goilers.
Ka content koro.
Tena ubalokie glazi. Kama wenyewe ngumu ya ndo mbato.
Wewe ndio huyu mzee hapa anatengeneza kamba. Chief engineer.
Mzee.
Mwenye ngakeke akaili.
Ndo bena dhina. Wazee wako nyumbani bwana. Wazee wako nyumbani.
Angekwenda mzee.
Ndio kijana hapa, kijana shupavu.
Kijana mzee. Njoo. Kuja tu.
Wewe njoo mpaka tukwambie.
A few kilometers from our drop off.
Kuja tu.
Not a few. 50 kilometers, that's like an hour.
Tukwambia.
And now we shall be
Njoo
there.
mwanangu, njoo tena, njoo.
Hapo. So now, right where we are is at Southall, the location, or perhaps maybe the constituency. However, we've not yet gotten to Southall town. The distance from here to Lake Trukana, where we were supposed to get this car to today, is around 60 kilometers. Now, we have had quite a tough time. As a driver of the car, it was extremely hard getting here because of a few challenges. Number one, when our car battery went low, that means the car was literally off. So all the applications and everything was not functioning in the car. That means the brake assist was also off. So I had to literally manually apply the brakes, which is really hard. The steering wheel, it was also extremely hard to navigate with. Not adding to the fact that our tow rope, which now the professional tow rope that we had actually bought, snapped just a few kilometers in. So the company car, as I told you when we were starting this vlog, cannot travel past 6 p.m. So that means it has to travel back and come tomorrow for us if it's going to be given a permit to travel tomorrow. Now that leaves us in another conundrum, because remember, we are trying to make it to a flight that leaves tomorrow at noon, and we have to get there at least before 10 a.m. so that the engineers can have time to actually disassemble the dashboard and get the components so that they can be taken to Nairobi. So as we are here right now, it's really depressing. We've spoken to the engineers. They've told us at Southall we can get some good accommodation, which is where now we'll have to sleep for tonight. It's also getting really dangerous to get towed at night because the distance from one car to another is very short. And now, being that our car cannot also have its headlights on, we can't see any objects on the road. Now, we'll just have to cross our fingers and hope that we can get to Lake Trukana wind power by tomorrow 10 a.m. so that at least the car components can get removed and shipped to Nairobi for us to get a duplicate key. So, do you think we are actually going to get there? It's 70 kilometers. For the first 60 kilometers that we've done today, it's been 4 damn hours of towing. We don't have the professional tow rope that we thought would save us. And now, we don't know what time the car will actually also be released from the company to come and tow us. Stick around and see whether we make it.